Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Boom Boom Room. Of course, I am the sexiest man on all of Internet Wrestling Radio. That's right, Boom Boom here, shaking the room, live from the RVA in Richmond, Virginia. Coming to you courtesy of Kocosports.com. Well, Smackdown is in the can here. And you know what? Let's just take a look at it here. I wasn't really that impressed with it, but I always ask you, ladies and gentlemen, what did you think? Win, loss, or tie? Well, to be honest, kids, I'm going to give it a tie, for the one simple reason, not enough Roman Reigns. Just not enough. It just really, WWE doesn't do him enough justice. I mean, we just had, 6 inches of snow here in Richmond. Um, I had to come in on my off day to go cover it. I spent 5 hours in the booth, uh, you know, doing storm coverage, and you know, the little known fact here, who was out plowing the streets? Roman Reigns. That's right, Roman Reigns. No plow truck, no nothing. He just had a couple snow shovels, and he was out there clearing all the snow off the streets in Richmond. That's just how awesome he is. He was also out fighting fires. He rescued a kitten from a tree. I mean, it's just goddamn Roman Reigns. But, maybe that's why he wasn't on SmackDown. He was just too exhausted from helping out all the young people here in Richmond, all the poor people. He was helping out the old, the sick. He was helping out the less fortunate, but he did have enough time to do a little bit of an interview segment on there. But for that effort, I'm going to give this show a tie because we had some Roman Reigns, but not enough. I mean, my God, this was a 2-hour show, 80 minutes, roughly of action. I think they could have gone 40 minutes with Roman Reigns personally if they wanted to, but obviously he was a little tired here. Looking at this show here, this was from Atlanta, Georgia, Hot Atlanta, GA. Well, let's see here. Taking a look at the show, to be honest, this really wasn't anything special. Your main event, from the get-go was a rematch from Fastlane, which back in the days I just would have bitched and griped going, hey, what's the point of, having these pay-per-views if you're going to turn around like the next night and give these matches away for free. But now the WWE, the WWE Network is here. You're only spending $10 for it. I'm not, because I canceled my subscription on air, mind you. So I guess that's their excuse for doing it. But anyway, we start out here with Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. Apparently, it's still the Intercontinental title night. That comes up a little bit later. It's a big clusterfuck going into Mania about this with this Intercontinental title race, and so I guess they're trying to do the build up here. They've got Dean Ambrose, who I believe is the Kocosports.com Internet Champion, taking on The Miz, and I was disappointed with this match because, well, Damien Mizdow wasn't there. I mean, Sandow was over like crazy, and I think the storyline he's out like filming some kind of commercial or something. I really don't care, but anyway, take two. Sorry, I fucked up on that one. Somebody distracted me here. Ambrose, I think Barrett got the title back, then Ambrose stopped him, then Miz hit Ambrose and he dropped the title, then Barrett took the title and he ran away, but Ambrose won with Dirty Deeds. This was about roughly a 3-minute match. This was just all over the place. I think these guys just kind of phoned this one in. It was like, hey, this is SmackDown. We're trying to get over this hunt for the Intercontinental title, and of course, if you read the dirt sheets, like, well, hell, you do, because face it, you listen to this show, so trust me, you're reading the dirt sheets. Apparently, they're setting up like a multi-man ladder match for the Intercontinental title at Mania. I'm glad to see the Intercontinental title defended again, especially at the biggest pay-per-view of the year. I'm glad that, I like Wade Barrett, I like Dean Ambrose, but to be honest, with the way the Intercontinental Champion's been presented as over the past, well, hell, year and a half, do you really want anybody winning that Intercontinental title? Uh, that fucking white white belt with the shiny silver plate. Apparently, that's the fucking kiss of death for your career. Because I mean, look how much good it did Dolph Ziggler. Look how much good it did. Not yeah, not Rowan Harper. Look how much good it did Harper. I mean, it's the kiss of death, and I think that's why they're playing hot potato with it. Like, oh no, 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 it's fucking up my career. Here, you take it. No, 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 I don't want my career fucked up. Here, you take it. Next year we had Naomi versus Natalia. Well, apparently give Divas a chance is really working out. Hashtag give Divas a chance here because this match was almost 10 times longer than the match they had, the Divas tag match they had on Monday Night Raw. This went almost 3 minutes. It went just about 11 seconds under that. Nothing particularly special about it. I was getting pissed off because I thought that was going to end with a roll-up because I swear to God, if I have to have another fucking Divas match end on a schoolgirl roll-up, I'm going to lose my damn shit. But anyway, Natty won with her tornado clothesline, hit the win. So I'm trying to figure out where they're going with this. I know they were really just kind of doing this to kind of bring the women into this, get them some time, and plus build up more of the feud between the Usos and the Masters of the WWE Universe, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. So I'm interested to see where this is going. But here's my problem with this. Not necessarily this match is you've done this. Now you're going to have to either have a new tag team challenge for the titles, or you're going to have to up the ante or something, because a lot of these matches that they're building up to for Mania now, we've already seen. We saw them at Fastlane. It was just that they kind of gave them away, and now it's just like, okay, apparently WrestleMania is going to be the rehash of Fastlane. To me, that makes no sense. I think WrestleMania should be special. I mean, I think the only special things they've got going on is the draw of The Undertaker Bray Wyatt match, which may or may not happen. I'm thinking it will, because, you've read the dirt sheets like I have. It's looking like Undertaker's not showing up until WrestleMania, which reminds me, again, how is Santa Claus and The Undertaker a lot alike? Well, they only work one time a year, and when they do show up, sometimes you're not happy with what they deliver. Anyway, it was a decent match between the two, and I think maybe they could turn it to a 6-person tag match at Mania. That's the only thing I can think of that could make it somewhat a little bit more special. But personally, I want to see the belts on the line. But then again, I don't want to see a rematch from Fastlane. So it's kind of a little bit of a conundrum there. Also, let's see, Rusev and Lana were all talking shit. Running Cena on the ground. Vladimir Putin's awesome. Woo, yeah. Yeah, look at all the shit he's doing in the Ukraine. Yeah, great. Woo, yeah. And then apparently Jack Swagger wanted a third go around. Looked like he was about to get the upper hand, and nope, he winds up getting put in the accolades. They play the Rusev music, drop the Russian flag, and there's the referees getting up in Rusev's face, telling him to get him to back off. Why would Swagger still want to do this? He's gotten his ass kicked every single time that he has done this, so what's the point? Maybe they're just building. I think they're building up to another rematch from Fastlane with Cena and Rusev. Next, we had Daniel Bryan versus Bad News Barrett. Again, the curse of the Intercontinental title. You had R-Truth on commentary there, so apparently he looked like he's going to be in this multi-man match at Mania for the Intercontinental title. I was kind of interested to see where they were going to go with this, because these are two guys you don't really want to make look bad. Daniel Bryan, at least for the fans' sake. Bad News Barrett, because he's the Intercontinental champion. Yeah, this didn't really work out so well. I mean, Daniel Bryan got the win. Bad News Barrett got his belt stolen again, this time by R-Truth, because apparently now this is a fucking storyline. They're going to steal the Intercontinental title. Again, I don't know why you would want it. But for the match, for what little bit we did get, was a pretty decent match. Went for about 10 minutes, which is kind of about what you want for a TV-style match. So, I mean, it was just, it just kind of happened. Next, they had a sit-down. interview with Roman Reigns. It was pre-taped, thank God, because at least they could edit the hell out of that. Roman Reigns put over Daniel Bryan, but they didn't talk about the real story. About how Roman Reigns visited 26 kids with cancer at St. Jude's, how he bought a whole truckload of Girl Scout cookies and gave them to orphans, how he adopted a bunch of stray kittens. They didn't talk about the night that he beat both The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the same night to win the undisputed WWE Championship. Oh, wait a minute, that's a different guy. They didn't talk about him reading books to blind seniors. They didn't talk about he's just because he's so humble because he's goddamn Roman Reigns. Let's see. Next we had Fandango versus Curtis Axel because apparently this is becoming a feud because fuck it, we needed a minute to fill, so they had like a 60-second match. He hit a leg drop in about $1.02 for the win. I don't think I could care any less about this feud because technically both these guys are heels. What's the point? Let's see. They showed the Muscle and Fitness cover of Vince McMahon because apparently Vince McMahon likes to master debate to pictures of himself off, obviously when he's not jerking off to pictures of John Cena and Roman Reigns. Next was Adam Rose versus Goldust. Yeah. They really shit the bed. This was another minute match. I mean, this was over before you knew it. I know this. The whole point of this was for the after the match. Again hyping up. I don't know where they go with this because you had Goldust win at Fastlane, and if you put him in a rematch again, another rematch. We're looking at maybe a third rematch here from Fastlane going into Mania. I mean, what we've already seen WrestleMania, kids. It was called Fastlane. It was called Fastlane. What the hell's the point? Fuck me. Anyway, commentary. I mean, I don't think they had any clue that this was going on. They showed like the whole fallout from Fastlane where Stardust said he wasn't through yet, and he got up in the face of Dusty Rhodes and like, no, Cody's dead. This isn't over, and this is something that they're like trying to get some stuff established. Jerry Lawler. I've known Dusty Rhodes for a long time. I feel like commentary could have been like, Jerry, you've got children. What can you imagine going through Dusty Rhodes' mind right now with his two sons, fighting each other tooth and nail, and meanwhile Goldust hit the final cut on Adam Rose. And it was just kind of like, and they didn't even call it. It was just like, he hit him. Oh shit, the match is over. Yeah, that's great here. But as Goldust was getting ready to exit, he got jumped by one of the Rosebuds, who turned out to be, surprise, surprise, Stardust in disguise. Stardust in disguise. Sorry. Again, this wasn't good, and he hit his finisher. I don't know what it's called, roll the dice, or Crossroads is what it was called, Crossroads, and left him laying. Bray Wyatt cut another promo on the dead man, on the Undertaker, called himself the Serpent, said that Undertaker was a rat, and whatever. Let's see. Next we came for the 6-man tag main event. You had Rowan, Ryback, and Ziggler versus Kane, Big Show, and Seth Rollins. Again, another rematch from Fastlane. God, I'm noticing a theme here. When WWE gives you something, by God, they jam it down your damn throat. It's like, hey, you like barbecue? Well, yeah, I like barbecue. Here, now you're going to have it for every meal for 2 months. Well, I like it, but I don't like it that much. But you said you like barbecue. Well, yeah, I do like barbecue, but I like it every now and then. It makes it a little bit more special. Okay, so you want to have it every meal? No, I just said I don't want to have it every meal, but you said you like barbecue. See, that's that fucking circular logic that fucks over WWE. Oh, God, get a new fucking creative team, please, for the love of God. The main event was decent. The good guys got the win. They got their win back from Fastlane. went, yeah, a little over 12 minutes, which is pretty decent here. Ziggler super kicked, I think it was Noble into a shell shock. Anyway, um, this one they wound up getting the win. It was an okay match. Like the heels were dominating early on, they were going to cheat, but the good guys eventually came back. To be honest, guys, and that wrapped up the show. To be honest, this is hit or miss. This was just kind of a phoned in. Apparently, they're on this road to WrestleMania, and it looks like it's just, hey, you know all that shit we did at Fastlane? Yeah, okay, well, let's copy and paste that. Let's copy and paste that script. Maybe we'll change a couple of endings. We'll add water, so that way we only got to focus on two fresh matches. We only got to focus on the Intercontinental title match, and we got to focus on Roman Reigns. That's all you got to focus. It's like, oh, that's all we have to focus on. All right, whatever. Don't really care. If you're a hardcore WWE fan, yeah, I'd say it's worth checking out. If not, if you skip it, you really didn't miss out on anything. The only thing I do like about SmackDown is the fact that Daniel Bryan's allowed to play a little bit more. He gets a little bit more respect there than he does on Raw and pay-per-view. So I guess that's maybe I guess I'm stretching for stuff to look on the bright side for. Quick, let's get some comments here. This is from our buddy Forsaken. He says, "Sup, infantry? Guess who just got back home from China?" I don't know who was that. Oh, I think he's talking about him. Anyway. Just got back into town an hour ago. Loved it so much I didn't want to come back home at all. Oof. I gotta ask you there for a second. What's Chinese food like in China? Is it anything like we get here in the States? And I only ask that because if you go down like to Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, places like that, like Mexican food, like what you get down there is not like Mexican food like what you get, up here, in the rest of the continental U.S. So I wonder what is Chinese food like really down there. Desolation, and with followed by a bunch of numbers. He says, "Hey, boom, boom." Well, hello, sir. Hayden Huffman says, "First video I've ever watched live." Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you could finally catch us live here. Sorry, but Kocosports.com, we produce videos like old people fuck, slow and inconsistently. So, it's just like a crapshoot. You can either catch us live, but you can always check us out here. We're, just like and subscribe to us. You can always get our videos. We're very interactive. Speaking of interactives, Thomas Seversky says, "Win, telling stories and developing character in the ring, quick, entertaining, and storyline advancing vignettes." I don't know about that. Storytelling, I guess maybe you're telling the story with the Intercontinental title, but the whole storyline is, hey, we're going to steal the title from Wade Barrett. The Authority is still bad. Hey, this feud between the Usos, Tyson Kidd, and Cesaro isn't done yet. Let's have a quick match let's have Stardust jump Goldust so we can give them their WrestleMania moment next month, even though we've already seen the match. It's just, to me, and Thomas, if you like it, that's fine, that's cool, it's your deal. I just think it's a lot of copy and pasting, a lot of lazy stuff here, because a lot of the stuff they're building up to, we've already seen. I mean, we saw it all at Fastlane. And quick, yeah, oh yeah, definitely quick. In fact, I like, apparently this has become like a segment now. Here, let's see. I'm looking to see. There was a 3-minute match. I'm rounding up. I'm just going to round up here. 3, so that's 6. There's another, let's see, that's 6. And there was a 10-minute match, so that's 16. 4, that's 17. 5, that's 18. That 1 minute. 18, let's see, 18, that's 20, 29, 30. So 30 minutes on a 2-hour show. This is not including entrances. So roughly about 32 minutes when you break it down, you cut out commercials, it's 44 minutes. It doesn't sound bad. And I mean, it's decent, but I think a lot of these matches could have gone longer. I mean, let's see, there was a grand total of 6 matches. 2 of them went over the 10-minute mark. 2 were under, actually 2, I think like 4. Yeah, 4. Yeah, 4 of those matches all went under 3 minutes, and there was 2 that were barely above that were barely above a minute. I mean, talking like a second above a minute. Yeah, so yeah, it was quick. I'm like, get out there and fucking wrestle. That's what we fucking do. I mean, that's what we want to see is fucking wrestling. We want to see no, excuse me, we want to see Roman Reigns because he's so fucking awesome. He's gonna start his own space program. He's just gonna like do like the Superman punch, and that's gonna launch him into orbit, and he'll orbit the moon. Then he'll apparently take some minerals from the moon and bring it back, and that'll cure cancer because he's fucking Roman Reigns. He's gonna like. I think we're gonna drop him off in the Middle East, and he's gonna end terrorism over there. He's gonna like spear every member of ISIS, and boom, we'll have world peace because that'll be our enforcer. It'll be like, if you're naughty, we're gonna send Roman Reigns over there. He's gonna spear you and leave you laying, and then boom, peace. Because why? Because he's Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns brainwashing is insulting. Oh, come on, have fun with. Okay, I agree with you. The Triple H Sting buildup is pointless. I agree, sir. This is all from Thomas. Yeah, I agree with Dave Kokotis in his analysis. It's like, hey, this could have been settled with a couple of tweets, and then build it up here. Ryback's Ninja Turtle outfit is cowabunga for life. I agree. Let's see. T-Sean checking in, showing love to the show. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, T-Sean. Much love. Much love appreciated, sir. Joe from Facebook says, Raw is still the worst show of the week. No disagreement here. Fran Yelly, man. Our buddy, our pal, our amigo, and owner of a sweet Kocosports.com Internet Infantry t-shirt. You can get some too at Kocosports.com. What are my thoughts on Roman Reigns? Here's the deal. Here's the deal, Fran Elliott. I don't hate Roman Reigns. I hate the way he's being promoted. I think if they were to kind of steal something from WWE's own territory, if they were promoting Roman Reigns kind of like what they do, like what they're doing with Baron Corbin on NXT, I'd be completely on board with it. But they're not a fan of the slow burn on at least on the main roster. It's if we get behind you, it's okay. Here's WWE's mentality. It's if they say that you're a main event guy, that you're going to be a champion, they look at you, Vince McMahon blows his fucking load, and goes, oh my God, man, you're a fucking main eventer, you're going to be a champion. Then by God, at that point, you can do no wrong in WWE's eyes. It doesn't matter how many people boo you. Well, they're booing him. Well, we just need to try a little bit harder. Well, they really don't like his matches. We need to teach him a little bit more. Well, he's not very good on the microphone. Well, we can give him acting lessons. And that's the problem. They make excuses and they're like, okay, well, we'll just keep pushing this guy. If we keep making him do it, maybe something will click with him to make the fans like him, or maybe if we force feed him enough and we tell everybody how awesome he is, the fans will love him because we told them to love him. Whereas if you get pegged as someone who's not a main eventer, as someone who's just, still alive for the authority, a B-plus player, then it's the exact opposite. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how good you wrestle. It doesn't matter how much people cheer you. It doesn't matter how good promos you cut, how much merchandise you sell. It doesn't matter. It's, we're not really big on this guy. We don't think he's got it. And it's like fucking high school. Somebody told me a long time ago when I was younger, and I didn't get it, I fucking get it now, but it was, the saying was, high school never ends, the location only changes. And I was like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Well, guess what? It fucking makes sense now. Roman Reigns is the dumb jock who, because he wears the fucking Letterman jacket, people kiss his ass, people tell him how awesome he is, teachers cut him a little bit of slack in the classroom. Whereas somebody like Daniel Bryan and Dean Ambrose is like the fucking nerd. They don't have much, but what they have, they fucking earned. And it doesn't matter how smart they are or how hard they try. People always look down on them. And I'm sure some of us have been in that position before. Lord knows I have. But ultimately, like real life, I think people like Daniel Bryan and Dean Ambrose will come out will come out better people for it, better characters, and also better people, privately as well as professionally. for this experience where Roman Reigns, frankly, he's just the flavor of the month. And you know what? The month's going to change. I think, had they worked with him a little bit more, I mean, I was, big on him with the Shield. Even when they broke up, I was like, you know what? He's getting a little bit better. He's getting a little bit better. But I think it was he realized this was a huge opportunity. And and to be honest, if somebody offers you an opportunity, I don't begrudge them for taking it because fuck it. If somebody hands me like, here, do you want $1,000 right now? Like, sure, why not? And I don't blame them for jumping on that bandwagon. It's just that fucking air of fucking arrogance of, well, I fucking deserve this. I earned this. I deserve to be here. No, you don't. The only reason you're fucking there is because Vince McMahon masturbates to fucking your pictures. That's it. That's the only fucking reason why you're there, Roman. So stop acting like you're some fucking person who climbed the goddamn ladder out of the fucking. I mean, okay, if you'd have been like, keep going to this well here, but if you're going to be like Dean Ambrose and Daniel Bryan, where you worked in the fucking indies, where you wrestled in fucking high school gymnasiums and boys and girls clubs and fucking seedy nightclubs, and then you started going out around the world and earning a reputation and eventually got picked up, fine then, you can brag about that, but when you're the fucking Rock's cousin, I mean, come on. I mean did you like not tell them that? Did you did you fucking start out working at some goddamn CD promotion making fucking $50 goddamn dollars that didn't even cover the damn gas money to get you there? Did you start out doing that? Did you start out trying to wrestle in any fucking backwater town you could, and then by the time you made it go, oh, by the way, I'm The Rock's cousin. Oh my God, that's a shock. No, I'm pretty sure that was one of the first fucking things that came up. Oh, did I mention that my cousin's a fucking former WWE champion? You don't say. Wow. And I guess that's what pisses me off. I think Roman Reigns could be handling it better personally. Instead of this, well, if you don't like me, I mean, it's like, well, these motherfuckers are going to pay me. They're giving me the main event at WrestleMania, and you people are fucking booming. Well, fuck you, whatever. You don't like me, whatever. It's just like, it'd be like me, working at my job. It's like people, like my job gives me, I don't know, I'm just going to make this up. They give me $100,000 every year to do what I do. They don't, but hey, that'd be great. And let's say I'm a producer by trade, and I put on a newscast, and let's just say that for whatever reason my bosses like me, and they say, boom, boom, we're going to give you $100,000 a year to produce these news shows, and people watch it go, oh, this is stupid. I mean, this is not informative. This is not even entertaining. I've learned nothing from watching your newscast. In fact, I've gotten dumber. In fact, I have to go to other channels to get the news for the day. I don't even know why anybody watches this. And then it would be like my boss is going, well, if you don't like it, don't watch. You got plenty of other choices. I mean, hell, it's just news. And but they're still giving me $100,000 even though my ratings are tanking. What? Okay, you think I'm going to give a shit about the fucking casual viewers watching? Nope, same concept. I mean, the right people are, kissing his ass, giving him money, giving him position, giving him power. And people who can really do nothing for him are booing him, so why the fuck does he care? And that's just the way it is. Now, do I think there's redemption for him? Yeah, I mean, I think had they paced themselves with him, I think things could have gone differently. Things could have gone better. He was cool when he was with the Shield, even when they split apart. I mean, he was still kind of cool. And then they tried to make him cool. They tried to put that Kevin Dunn, Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon stamp of approval on him, and I think that's what doomed him from the get-go. And I've made this analogy multiple times. It's like the movie Wayne's World. And if you haven't seen that movie, I highly recommend you try it out. Is Wayne and Garth start out doing their show, and I think it's Garth's mom's basement, and they're on cable access, and then this corporation comes by, sees it, likes the show, picks them up, gives them all this money, and then they give them like a studio, they give them like professional entrance, and it changes the whole dynamic of the show, and the things that made it cool that were not there anymore, and suddenly the show's not fun, it's not entertaining. So same concept with Roman Reigns. And I know I'm sorry to go on for so long about that, but that's what I really feel like about him. I feel like people were kind of teetering on that little seesaw. Either it could go either way. I mean, even Dave and I, you can go back to the show a few months ago and see how we were feeling on this. It was like we could go either way with this guy. We could go either way with this guy. And instead of doing the hard way, which was the right way, no, he took the easy way out, and now we're tipping towards the fucking Vince McMahon's kissing his ass, so therefore we don't like him. So, whatever. So that's what I feel like. That's my personal thoughts on Roman Reigns. You guys can agree with it or not, but that's just how I feel. I wonder if is there any more questions here? Any more? Bueller? No, I don't think there is. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to tell everybody that Dave and I are going to have some more reviews out within the next 24 hours. We've got NXT coming up. We've got some other projects coming up on the road to WrestleMania. There's a lot of cool stuff we got coming on because, hey, WWE may be killing wrestling, but, hey, at least we're trying to make it more fun, and I know. And by the way, I want to say thank you because we get like these fucked up comments. It's like, well, I don't watch WWE anymore, but I listen to you guys, and it's like I keep following WWE through you guys, and you're more entertaining than WWE. And to me, I know I probably speak for Dave Kocotis when I say this, and that means the world to me. That really means the world to us. That we kind of suffer through this, so you don't have to, and we take a bad situation and we're trying to make the best of it. It's like that saying, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. In our case, when WWE hands us lemon, we pop open the vodka and we have a party. So I want to say be sure to check us out at Kocosports.com. That's KOCOsports.com. It's your home for all combat sports. That includes boxing, mixed martial arts, pro wrestling, amateur wrestling, sumo wrestling, taekwondo, kickboxing, judo. We've got just a ton of stuff on there. We've got our video on demand section, so if you happen to miss anything, you want to go back and rewatch it, we got it there. We got our news and gossip section. You know, Rey Mysterio, no longer with WWE. We got that news there. The story about Brock Lesnar walking out on Raw. We got that story there. We got tons of stuff there. And be sure to like us, subscribe to us. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Hell, I'm pretty sure if they invent something else, we'll be on that too. So like us, subscribe to us on that. And in the meantime, stay classy, y'all. So this is Boom Boom from my partner, Dave Kocotis. I am over.